Well, Zohran Mamdani has been busily reshaping New York. I showed a little bit of in what ways his influence is being felt, but we had Ramadan, which has been happening there in New York. But also, this, more importantly for many, is this communism that's taking hold of the thing. He doesn't seem to know how to run the city.
I got a doozy for you on this one here. And I mean, I have never seen the FAFO cycle run as quickly as it has with this Mamdani. Democrat, socialist, beloved of the celebrity class administration in New York City. Well, they've got another blizzard coming because it's New York in winter, and
global warming.
That happens. It's the global warming, or the climate change. But this is the latest thing. Because the Transport Department, which is responsible for all the snow, Sanitation Department, which is responsible for snow, couldn't clear the snow the last time, and they got so much flack for this. Now they're saying, hey, everybody, all New Yorkers, this is like a Maoist great leap forward sort of thing. They're saying, get out your snow shovels, come and register with us to help shovel snow that your tax dollars are paying to be shoveled. But you want to know the really funny thing about this? They're requiring ID to be a snow shoveler, which, by the way, you don't need ID to vote in New York. So, of course, it must be discriminatory, and some people are now calling this the Jim Snow laws.
Well, they've also got long-term issues now because Mamdani's proposing to hand down a budget for just New York City that's bigger than Florida, which has got obviously far more people, the state of Florida, than New York City, and a far bigger economy. And this threat of raiding the rainy day fund, increasing property taxes by around 10%. So there are a lot of people coming out and realising very quickly why communism, socialism does not work, and it just impoverishes the entire community. And like you said, the buyer's remorse, James, is extreme in New York right now.
Well, the really interesting thing about this, too, is, if you look at who voted for Mamdani, there was two predictors. Number one, wealth. Number two, whether you came from somewhere else other than New York. So long-term New Yorkers, they saw through Mamdani because, they've been there through David Dinkins. They saw it with Bill de Blasio. New York goes through this, and they said, no, 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 no. But, it is the long-term working-class homeowners. This property tax is going to nail them because of the way the tax is calculated. It's going to hit much more heavily on somebody who owns a little house out in the far outskirts of Queens than it is somebody with a mansion on the Upper East Side.
And for a man who got elected on a platform of freezing rents, well, what do you think is going to happen to rents? Rents are going to go up because the property owners are going to be taxed so much more, and someone needs to help subsidise that cost, and it will be the renters. So as always, the pain is going to be felt, but don't let the New Yorkers off the hook. They've been voting for stupid policies for decades. They've been voting as a Democrat heartland, and you're right, American-born voters were far less likely to vote for Mamdani than foreign
voters. And he opened his free grocery store the other day, and the queue went all the way around the block. Oh, Moscow in the 1970s.
All I'm just hoping, I love New York deeply, but I hope that this sends a message to the rest of the country as we go into the midterms and the 2028 election. This is what you get when you vote Democrat.